Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani. You know, there's a lot of rumors about you these days. Attorney General,
a lot of rumors,
AG.
Rumors and rumors. The agenda you outlined, he is absolutely going to do.
He's committed to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent
wouldn't it be refreshing?
130 days on the road with him. We talked. Sometimes we were the only ones up at 1 o'clock in the morning because the kids would go to sleep. I love that.
Yeah.
Both he and I loved it because we were older than both of them.
And they were all asleep.
The thing about Donald Trump that the American people will get to know, and I think he's going to become more and more popular, is he is exactly what he says he is.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes that got him in trouble, as we know. But everything he promised, he believes in. It's not one of these, you know, I'm for the Keystone Pipeline, and then I'm against the Keystone Pipeline, then I'm for it, then I'm against it. He's in favor of it. He's going to do it. He is dead set on renegotiating those trade agreements. You didn't mention the Iran agreement.
Oh.
He considers the Iran agreement the dumbest, stupidest,
Did you see what the Iranian said? The Iranian said he has to keep it. No, he doesn't.
No, he doesn't. The president never, ever submitted it to Congress, as he should have under Article 2, Section 2 of the United States Constitution. It's a treaty. I invite the people at home to go get out the Federalist Papers and read Federalist Paper 75, where Hamilton defines a treaty. This is a treaty. When it's not a treaty, just signed by the president, the next president can repudiate it like that.
How many items off the top of your head on day one, you know, executive orders, can he wipe out?
I haven't counted them. I would say easily 50.
Right away?
Right away.
Including executive amnesty?
Executive amnesty, all kinds of powers that were given to EPA, the Congress didn't give to the EPA, which is how he revives the energy industry.
Right.
The energy industry is being crushed by the EPA. Mm-hmm. And they're being crushed by things that Congress wouldn't pass, that Obama signed into so-called law by executive order. Now, most of that will get struck down by the courts, but 2 or 3 years from now. A President Trump can just sign a paper and get rid of it.
Let's go back to September 8th, 1974. Then President Gerald Ford. Let me read. I, Gerald Ford, President of the United States, pursuant to the pardon power conferred upon me by Article 2, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution, have granted and by the present and grant full, free, and absolute pardon unto Richard Nixon for all offenses against the United States which he, Richard Nixon, has committed or may have taken part in during the period from January 2069 through August 9, 1974. Now, a lot of people have said to me today, well, wait a minute, Hillary's not been charged.
No, that doesn't matter.
If you become the Attorney General, Donald Trump's been very clear that we can't have a two-tier justice system and that these issues about the email server and the foundation will be pursued.
Yeah. Also, the foundation investigation is still going on.
Do you think Obama will pardon her? Does he have the ability to?
He does.
Is it absolute?
In my view and my reading of the Constitution, which don't take as gospel, but I know it fairly well, argued before the Supreme Court, I believe the president's pardon power is absolute. And we're constitutionalists.
Sure.
So we would like it not to be maybe, but it is. So theoretically, he could pardon her for basically anything
she might have done.
Right, that has already happened. He can pardon her, obviously, for something she does in the future, but anything she has already done.
Amazing. Now,
and also,
are you if you were the Attorney General,
what about
Uma,
Abedin, Cooper,
Mills, Pagliano,
these guys who took the Fifth and apparently committed perjury?
Right.
WikiLeaks, you got the proof of the perjury. There's a whole group of them out there that the Justice Department, an honest Justice Department, would be pursuing. And I can tell you, the FBI is pursuing.
There will be some Republicans that say, you got to focus on the agenda. This will be a distraction. Let Clinton go.
There's an argument to be made for that, but there's also an argument to be made for equal justice under the law, which is, how do you not prosecute some of these and then go ahead and prosecute Martha Stewart for one count of lying to the FBI.
Or this guy that's in jail now,
or how do you prosecute the guy in jail for taking pictures of the submarine?
Him.
Yeah,
6 pictures.
6 pictures. I thought he sent it to his mom, right?
No, he just had him in his phone.
Yeah.
He took him for himself in a submarine, and phones were allowed to be in the submarine.
Yeah.
And he's spending a year in jail right now.
So how do you prosecute him, and then you don't prosecute this case, assuming it turns out to be as substantial as some of the FBI agents believe it is? I mean, remember, the investigation, and Comey was very careful. He came to the conclusion on the emails that she shouldn't be prosecuted. First of all, that's not his decision to make. It's the Justice Department's decision to make. So it was not really a definitive decision. Secondly, the Clinton Foundation investigation is an ongoing investigation, as far as I can tell, being carried out by the New York office of the FBI. That's going to sit on the desk of the next Attorney General.
You were on the road, as you said, 130-plus days with Donald Trump during this campaign. You've been one of his closest friends and advisors. You went out and campaigned hard for him. Obviously, he will want you in his cabinet. Is there any particular position you want? Would you like to be the attorney?
That is a discussion. That's a discussion that Donald and I.
So Hannity's not allowed in that discussion?
No, you're not allowed in that discussion. That should be a very private discussion.
See my place in the world, just right back to being a host.
There's a whole transition team and a whole process you go through, and vetting and everything.
Is there any one position you'd prefer?
Right now, I'm pretty happy where I am. So it would have to be something where I believe that only I could do that.
If I'm Hillary Clinton and Rudy Giuliani becomes the AG, no, I'm serious. I'd be scared to death, because I do believe Donald Trump, he said he would pursue it. And if you're the Attorney General and I'm Hillary Clinton, I would be scared to death, because I know how good a prosecutor you were. I was here when you were mayor. I know how. I remember honestly, the old press conferences.
Honestly, I was a better prosecutor than mayor.
Oh, you're a pretty good mayor.
The mafia.
Yeah, you went after the mob.
Boski, Milken, a number of Ed Koch's.
And you've become friends with Milken, right?
Milken and I are good friends now. And I believe Milken is an excellent candidate for a pardon.
Wow. All right. Mr. Mayor?
And that's based on the good works that he's done after his conviction. This is a case of a guy who learned his lesson and has really helped society. All right, thanks. He was the junk bond guy. Yeah, you're right. He does a lot of charity. And I know a few others like that. It's not. You and I are Catholics, right? And we know that people can redeem themselves. Absolutely. Some people can't. Right. Some people can't, and you got to know how to distinguish between them. All right, Mr. Mayor. Good to see you. Thank you. All right.